So today we're looking at the derivatives of our 6 trig functions. These are things you need to know. We're going to use these all year round. All right, so you need to know this for the rest of the year. First one, derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. Close, but no cigar. Negative sine of x. You might see a pattern here in a minute. Derivative of tangent of x is secant squared of x. So derivative of cotangent of x, negative cosecant squared of x. Derivative of secant is secant of x times tangent of x. Derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. So notice here some patterns here, cosine, sine, like those kind of flip-flop. But if you look, all the ones over here have negatives. And all the ones over here start with a C. So that's a good thing to kind of help you remember these. Whenever you take the derivative of something that starts with a C, it's going to be negative. All right. Basically, if you can remember these three should not be hard. You're going to know they're going to be negative, and basically just kind of opposite one. Cosine, opposite of that, it's kind of sine. Not really opposite, but secant squared, cosecant squared, secant tangent, cosecant cotangent. All right. So those are ones that you're going to need to know. And there are flashcards on Haiku. If you go to Haiku, there's a page here that says flashcards. If you go there and you don't see the flashcards right away, notice this little shield here. I don't know why it does this, but it's not unsafe script, trust me. Just click on the shield and say load unsafe script. And then you're going to see cards in here eventually. All right, so here we have some for the derivative rules. So this one would be like product rule. It has those in here. This one is trig derivative, so the ones we're looking at today. So you could practice these through the website or Quizlet. There's an app also that you could use. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look at one together. So number 1 down here, f of x equals 3x times sine of x. We have multiplication here, so what rule do we need to use? Product rule. Right, so derivative of our function is going to be the derivative of the first function, which is 3, times the regular second function, sine of x, plus regular first function, 3x, times derivative of the second one, so derivative of sine is cosine. Right, so that's it for this one. Yep. Sure. Positive. All right, so number 2, let's look at another one here. We have addition here, so we kind of have separate things. The x squared we can do by itself. It's not being multiplied or divided by anything. Derivative of that is just 2x. But over here, we have multiplication again. So we're going to have to use product rule for this part. So derivative of x is just 1 times sine of x. So we just get sine of x for that first part. Plus x times derivative of sine of x, which is cosine of x.